Hello, welcome once again to our channel. I am Nana.
And I'm Nathan.
Did you ever stop and think, why spend too much time just getting ready? Let me be honest, I don't know a single thing that I haven't done to make you notice me. Let me be real here. When I see you, my heart starts racing.
About love today, whether we actually feel loved. Yeah, I know Nathan says, oh, I love you. I say that to him too. But do we really feel loved?
I find it to be interesting, and I'm hoping that at the end of the day we may converge, because the understanding of love and the expression of love for a woman is different from what a man may feel or express. So, well, let's see how it goes. I want to see how this goes. Yeah. So,
Okay.
Where do we begin?
Yeah, so I think we know at the back of our head that yes, your husband loves you, your wife loves you, Nathan loves me, and I love him. So first, okay, maybe let's start. Do I show you love, Nathan?
Okay. So yes, I believe you show me a lot of love.
Okay.
Um,
And you feel loved?
so that is where I think the departure might be. So because it's for a guy, it's not so much about what I feel as compared to what I know.
Okay.
So I don't have to have butterflies in my belly or have goosebumps to know that you love me.
Okay.
So yes, I feel you love me, but certainly when I use the expression feel you love me, it doesn't equate the same way when you say it. So and that's what I'm trying to let you understand. I know because of what you do, what I see you do, and how you do it. And so I'm convinced in my mind that you love me. And so I then attach emotions to the things that you do that makes me know you love me.
Oh, okay. So at least I do things that make you feel or make you know.
Well, certainly.
Make you know that I love you.
Of course, yeah.
Okay.
I think it's the basis for a happy marriage,
Okay.
that the spouses are aware of the language of love between them. And well, men and women generally can be classified as unique individuals,
Okay.
and your ability to understand the kind of language, and this language I mean non-verbal and verbal language, that makes me know I'm loved.
Yeah, okay.
It's necessary for marriages that don't just exist but have to be happy, and I think that for us, I would want to say yes, we're making progress every day, but I am very convinced about the language you speak in terms of love. So if I have to use the word feel, then yes, I feel loved.
Okay.
What about you?
Okay, I think yes. I'll say I feel loved. I mean, yeah, sometimes based on the pressures of society and life and work and everything, we can feel how do I say, apart when it comes to feeling loved, because there's so many going on, there's so much going on that you don't express the love enough. But yeah, of course, as I said, at the back of your head or my head, I know that you love me, but so for example, sometimes you can just wake up in the morning and we are gone our separate ways, we don't hear of each other the whole day, and we come and eat, do whatever, and we are gone. It can be like that for some days, and I won't say that in that moment I don't feel loved, but it's been unusual for a while. So yeah, I feel loved most of the time, But when these things come in, sometimes we forget about love. We
Okay.
forget about
Okay.
the butterflies and the games. That reality sets in, you have to solve all those things and then you come back together. So those are the moments that if we don't handle it well, that those few days can turn into something else, and can last, I don't know, for a long time, or can change the whole relationship. So I think in those times, yes, we handle it well, we come back to normal, and then we move on. I mean, so those bad days set in occasionally.
So, I think that's where I mentioned that there might be departure, because for a guy, if we were going in and out of our home, going to work, we come home, there's no fight, we're okay, we're moving on. I'm happy you're doing well, you're happy I'm doing well. It doesn't really call for any special occasion. For me as a guy, I know you love me, and I know your struggles and your hustle in and out is for the good of the family. And so it all communicates your love for me and the children and all of that. But hearing you as a woman, that is not enough. Whilst we hustle to help each other and support the home, there's the need for, maybe I think what you probably were saying is there's the need for intimate time, sit down, talk,
spend quality time
together,
joke, laugh. I mean,
which is a hard thing for most guys to learn, and I also had to learn it along the line, because in my mind I expected that in the early stages of our marriage, that you will understand the reason I'm spending a lot more time working is because I love you. I love the family, and I'm trying to do all these for the family.
That was your way of showing
love,
at that time.
At the time, even now, it's still part of the way I show love, but I have come to understand the language that I need to speak and act to make you happy and make you feel loved.
Okay, so maybe I'll say maybe that's the solid part of the whole discussion. Yes, and then there's the soft part of making me feel loved. I mean, thinking about me in the day and just at least like sending a text to check up on me, because maybe my usual time of getting home is usually around 7 p.m. I'm home. I'm not home by 9 p.m. and you are gone to bed. Like at least, So you check on me and check if everything is okay. How come you are late and blah blah blah. I mean, also the other things like the random gifts. Like it's not my birthday, it's not Valentine's Day, it's nothing special, and then you come holding a whole set of jewelry. And so
how do you rate me now as compared to the past?
I rate you 5 out of 5, because despite you are so busy in this chaotic times, like it just clicks to show some love in that aspect. Like it wows me. And then of course the little compliments, this tastes good, you look good in this, and I don't know if I do say when it comes to the little compliments.
You do. You do. So one of the things I know that has changed,
the way you had to think about it.
No, so I was trying to get specific examples of what you do, but I believe you do that, and I admire. And again, for me as a guy, it's not really a big deal for the little things. I think the soft side.
Okay.
I'm more concerned about the hard part than the soft part. The hard part is where like you said, I'm busy and all of that, and I know you have my back. I know you understand my schedules. I know you understand the challenges I go through, and I wouldn't have to come home and meet an angry woman who is just waiting to launch attacks on me, and all of that. So for me, those may not be what means a lot to you, but it means a lot to me. If you give me a flower, great, but you know very well that I probably will not find where I put it the next day. But if I can come home and not meet you ready to fight, which is what we do, we enjoy, in our home, it gives me a lot of confidence. I'm happy to step out to do more. So for me, that is love.
Okay.
That is how I feel you love me. And so, yeah, it's interesting. I like the categorization of soft and hard. So for you, the soft means a lot more. For me, the hard part means a lot more.
Yes.
And we just have to find a blend.
Yeah.
But if you've noticed, we have ended up talking a lot during our working days now.
Okay.
To the extent that I have this colleague.
Which one? Oh, okay.
I have this
like when you are away.
at work.
Okay.
Yeah. And I have this colleague at work who almost every time he walks into my office realizes I'm chatting with you or talking to you. And I tell you let my colleague feel I'm not working because I'm always on the phone with you and chatting. So yes, I have learned that to fix you in my busy schedule, because I realize that's the language that makes you happy. Yeah,
and I think I reciprocate that, because sometimes we always think that somebody should check on us, somebody should show love, somebody should do it, somebody should even check on me. What about yourself or myself? Are you also checking on the person? Are you sending all that you expect from somebody? Are you also sending the same signals and messages? Yeah, so sometimes,
rather than asking the question, why didn't you call me today?
Yeah.
You usually call me when you get to the office,
okay. But did you call too?
Yeah.
Did you call to also check on? So things like that, yeah. So I think I'm also learning to reciprocate it instead of just accusing. And then, as I mentioned earlier, in the few busy times that there are silence and there's silence and there's no pleasantries, we do, as you said, we don't fight back. So we just work on those few days. We don't extend it and we don't make it a big deal. We just come back to normal.
But for those who make it a big deal, why are you making a big deal? Like, okay, let's say, let's put a scenario.
Okay.
This is not us, but let's just put a scenario.
Okay.
I get busy and I'm not checking up on you. I come home and I'm sleeping. And what stops you from trying to sort of, oh, what's happening? Is everything okay? I see you come home and you sleep early. You're not talking as much. I mean, what stops the other spouse from doing what he or she expects the other one to do?
Oh, there's absolutely nothing wrong. I mean, it's good to get feedback, and if you can help, you can help. So that's fine. But the other parts, like for example, the usual time I come home is around 7 p.m. And then for some time I'm coming at 9. I come the first day, you are fast asleep because you're tired. The second time you are fast asleep. I mean, continuing that, it's like, so you don't care how I'm coming late and what's wrong, or because this is not usual, so maybe my car broke down or something. At least call and check on me. You don't do that the first time I say it, the second time I say it, the third time I say it, and I come not as if you are so busy, maybe you're asleep, you are fine and gone to bed. I might not take that in a very good tone, because I'll feel, well, he doesn't care. I mean,
okay. So that sounds more like a female's reaction.
And asleep.
Because a guy may come home and his wife is constantly asleep, and it's not a big deal.
Are you sure it's not a big deal?
No, but I doubt how many guys
you would laugh that you come home and then somebody's waiting, because
yes.
I mean, not every day, because if your normal time of coming home is 10 p.m., it's like waiting every day till 10 p.m. before you get to work. Sometimes you would miss it.
I mean, if it's one occasion, then you have to wait.
Yeah.
But if it continues for like 2-3 times,
or if it's the routine, you might not always wait. Sometimes you would, even in an attempt to wait, you would fall asleep.
Yes. So for me, I believe that only a few guys will react to that if their wives had slept before they got home. Especially when food is already available for them. Because what else do you want? But yeah, you're right. I think it's a significant message that I care about you. I'm concerned you've been out there. But you know, it doesn't even start by waiting. It starts with checking up. You're late from the usual time you used to come. So is everything okay?
Yeah.
And if the person says everything is okay, do you have to wait?
Oh, I mean, you don't. I don't know whether you have to. It depends on everybody's home, but I mean, it depends on everybody's home. So, and it depends on what you have to do the next morning or what time you have to leave the next morning. So that's basically
I think literally
up to the individual.
Everybody has to know his or her spouse and know what matters to them, because they are universal love languages, but then there are also unique and specific love languages, which has to do with the make of the person you're married to. So in our case, I have found that the soft part, which is compliments, if she goes out and she's late, I have to wait. And
I mean, not just that. Like when the odd happens.
The odd happens.
Yeah, I expect you to be one of the people to check. Because my usual time is not coming home at 9 p.m.
Right.
And for once I'm home at 9, and then I check my phone at 8:30 and he hasn't called. Or, you know. So. Well,
she's not saying that's what I do. She's just giving a hypothetical scenario. But okay. So that makes you feel loved.
Yeah, I mean,
Does the feeling of love and knowing of love differ for you?
Yes, there are two different things for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I think actions make me feel. The actions make me feel loved.
So what makes you know that I love you?
The thoughts. I know in my head that you do. I mean, you haven't done anything or said anything about not loving me. So from that, I know you obviously love me. But the actions, the things that you do, make me feel that he really, really loves me.
Okay. I mean, it's interesting. You know, the world of emotions and thoughts for a woman, I feel is intertwined.
How?
Like knowledge and emotions are all together for you, where I believe for us is clearly distinguished. And so I can say I know you love me,
and that's it,
and that's enough for me. And then I can say I feel you love me, but it takes a lot more to say I feel you love me as a guy than to say I know you love me.
Okay.
So with that thinking, I'm likely to make less of an issue of any error that or any expectation that was not met. I mitigate that with a knowledge that you love me.
Okay.
But in your case, your feeling, if I'm hearing you correctly, outweighs your knowledge of knowing that I love you.
Well, I'll say the knowledge is just one. I know you love me. You've said it to me, and
it's okay.
That's it.
It's not special.
Yeah, you said it.
Yes.
And so you come and say it again that I don't love you. I'll keep the words that you said you love me. Yeah. So now your actions. What do you do to make me feel loved? Aside just saying it with your mouth.
Okay.
What else do you do to make me feel loved?
Okay.
Yeah. And what you're doing for me is it making me feel the love, like the special love, like just me, or you do it to everybody else, and so you're not meaning special.
Okay. No, that's a good point. So for instance, if I'm generous to other people and I'm generous to you, you don't see it as special.
No. So if
you don't see that as love.
No, if you have the quality of being generous. So that's your quality. That's you already, and you are generous everywhere. Me, everybody. That's not special. That's you. But there are the different things that you go out of the way for me to make me feel special, loved, and that's what we are talking about today. Not the things that we do for we do for everybody else.
Do you think there are more lists for women in terms of the things that make them feel loved than there are for men?
Well, I think everybody is, as you said, unique. So
I think the things for men are very short.
How do you know?
I think it's very short.
Maybe yours is short.
Maybe listeners out there.
Maybe yours is short.
The men should list out the things that
Make
they
them
expect
feel
their spouses to do that makes them feel loved. I probably will not go more than 4. For men, I don't know what that would be, but it might not exceed 4.
Okay. But our list is also very short.
In your case, I foresee about 1,000 and then ... at the end, meaning that you can continue. No, it's possible.
Oh no, ours is even simple.
Okay.
Ours is simple. That's it.
I see. Okay, we'll learn. But I mean, that's the journey that every couple would have to.
Yeah. I think what matters most is making your partner feel loved, because just saying it might not be enough, but how we express that love, how we make you feel special, is what matters. Yeah.
You see, I can imagine a couple having an argument, and the woman saying, "I don't feel loved," and the guy saying, "But you know I love you," and the guy consistently will be saying, "You know I love you, you know I love you," and the woman will be saying, "I don't feel love, I don't feel love." And I think at that moment, what is happening is the guy is interpreting feeling love as guy feels love, which is purely or mainly a mental process, than an emotive thing. And the woman is saying, it's not just a mental process, it's emotive for me. And they are shouting at each other and nobody's listening to each other. And in the same way, a man will say, "I don't think you love me," and the woman says, "But I'm doing everything for you. I'm preparing, I make food, I do this, I compliment you," and all of that. And the guy is saying no, because maybe the guy comes home and you're always at his throat and you're comparing him with other people. So the hard stuff matters to guys a lot, and I think couples then would have to listen to each other. And I think that's been our journey. We've had to listen to each other and know that we cannot generalize everything, and we'll have to be specific with each other.
Yeah.
Anyways. Okay. So what are your thoughts, and what are you doing with your spouse? If you're not married, what do you think your list would be if you were asked of things that will make you feel loved? Yeah.
If you enjoyed this session, just like the video and share it with your friends. Thank you for watching.
And also subscribe.
Yeah.
Make sure you subscribe. Yeah. Thank you. God bless you. Bye.
Did you ever stop and think, why spend too much time just getting ready? Let me be honest, I don't know one single thing that I haven't done to make you notice me. Let me be real here. When I see you, my heart starts racing.